Well, we should be live or some simulation of livingness or undeath. Really, how can you tell the difference? And we're back with some AD&D First Edition, playing through the Slave Lords module A1. Um, the wonderful group before you here kind of just short-circuited most of the sewer dungeon, so we'll see how this actually turns out tonight. Anyone sitting in chat watching us tonight, let us know how our audio levels are, please. I'm still trying to figure this out. Dion, introduce yourself and your character. What level are they?
Hi, I'm Dion, playing as NPC, the level 6 human fighter.
Level 6 human fighter. Okay, very good. Oak
I'll be playing Thybor, the level 6 half orc fighter.
and Jen
Hello, I am playing Odette of the Lionwood, who is a level 5 Disney Princess Druid.
and Richard.
Hi there, I am Richard, and I am playing a level 6 human called Tristan, who is a remuneration redistribution specialist.
The best kind to be. Yes, yes. We'll do plugs at the end. So, with Frindon's character, Groenwolf, doing his little phase in, phase out thing after the events of last session. You guys have picked up a new job, possibly working for one of the slave lords that is running out of the city here. You are dismissed and asked to be. You're given basically directions to that abandoned, decommissioned site to an orcish god, to be there at sunrise the next morning. So you guys have some time to go back to the inn, get some rest, because you were kind of rudely interrupted in the night. I think
Just a
all
little
of
bit.
yesterday, yeah, you were. It was the middle of the night, like second shift, that you did all of all the things, all the things. So you're trooping back to the inn as morning comes up, and you're told to meet sunrise the next morning. So you've got today to do whatever you'd like to rest up, etc. But as you're trooping back to the inn and the sun is starting to come up on the horizon, Odette is seen in town. Odette, what did you ride to get here?
Well, I rode Yoshi. I always ride Yoshi or Birdo.
Okay. Did you?
They're the OG animals.
Okay. So did you just ride the one, or did you bring them both?
I would probably bring them both because
Okay.
I know that I need them to both come with me.
All right.
My cadre of animals on top of, so I'm riding Yoshi, and on top of Birdo, I'd like to believe there's like not cages because I don't need cages, but like pillows and like little like cat beds and stuff for all the animals to like sit in, and maybe like a little hook for like a bird to sit on, and the mimic who like has like a battle scar across their face or something.
So you've got a traveling menagerie here.
Thank you.
So your
Thank you.
lizards
Well, if
have.
you got a mimic, then it can make itself into the platform.
It's a mimic bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, it's a mimic bird. The mimic bird.
You need a
Oh,
real mimic.
I know, I know. I'll capture one too. Animal friendship all the way.
Yeah. Right. So Odette and her menagerie of creatures is here. Your lizards, by the way, since they've been out of the Underdark, where they were forced to subsist on basically dead cadavers and intermittent meals, have grown significantly since they've been in the overworld. Um, yeah. So town folks are definitely giving you the eye. The inn that you were told that your rest of your troop here is going to meet you at does have a large barn.
I rent out the barn. I rent out the barn and set up shows for the local townsfolk where they can come, and it's like a petting zoo. They can pet all the animals.
Seeing as the kind of town this is, most people just give you a very wide berth. This is a
Perfect.
nice town of scum and villainy. This is not a family friendly town. Actually,
Okay.
you missed the last episode, so I don't guess you actually
did.
know where you are. You are back to the city of Highport,
Okay.
which is that city that you first came to, limping in with your boat, and you're afraid you're all going to get your throat slit because it's that kind of town. Well, you're back. You are back. All right, guys. So Odette has arrived. You didn't sleep last night. Well, actually, I guess whoever had first shift got sleep because the events didn't start after the second person's watch.
I think that was Grown Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Figures. So yeah, you guys are pretty tired as you're coming in. You already smell the smells of fried bacon, spiced potatoes, etc., coming out of the inn as they're starting to get breakfast ready.
I wave on my way past up to the bed.
Seen it before. Bad. All right. Yeah. Anyone else? What are you doing?
Do I get enough rest so I'm not exhausted?
No,
Or
you did not. You did not get a
Oh.
night's rest.
ooh, what time of day is it right now? Would you say?
Morning, like first light. Yeah,
Uh,
you were gone most of the night.
I mean, do we have to do anything in the morning here, or can we sleep in a little?
It's up to you. There's nothing pressing. Odette arrived faster than expected. You're not expected to start your new job until sun up tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep in so I'm not exhausted.
Yeah, catch some sleep.
Yeah.
All right.
Grab some breakfast, then some sleep.
hmm
So Odette just kind of casually nod and wave at you as they go into the inn, grumbling.
I fill Odette in on everything before I go back to bed, and just be like, "Hey,
Well, since Jen
we had
wasn't here and we need a
Yeah.
recap, why don't you fill
Yeah.
her in?
all right." So we we I'm not good at this. Richard, you want to fill her in?
I went up to sleep immediately.
Tristan's gone.
Damn it. All right. Well, so we had to come back here because they want us to deal with the slavers in the area, and the people that we worked for found out that we were here, and they bugged us in the middle of the night, so we didn't get a lot of sleep. And they think we're still working for them because Thybor is fucking amazing. And yeah, Thyber's in bed, but he'll probably tell you what we're doing because we're doing a thing tomorrow. But right now, I'm gonna go take a nap.
All right.
And that's all the NPC knows, to be fair. So
Okay. Well, Fiber's still down getting some breakfast, so if you need any further information, he is the only one around. It looks like Drone Wolf has gone missing. I think at this
Yeah,
point,
I can
everybody.
fill you in character, but there was some information that was glossed over there that wasn't a character specific. Well, it was two character specific on the end, but basically we had our room. Somebody's trying to break in during my watch, so I opened the door and yanked them in. It was some I can't remember what the guy's name is, but the guy that sent us to take the slaves the first time. Well, he sent his boys to see what's up since they saw me in town. I wound up, we kicked their ass, and then I told them to take me to their boss, and I went by myself. But I signaled for Tristan to follow, and then I found out later that Grown Wolf and NPC followed. Though I don't know how much help they would have been because when we caught back up to them, they were feeding each other mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't eating any mushrooms. I say as I
Oh,
go
you were
up the
just-
stairs.
you
I was
just-
just feeding him because they were.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, long story short, I took a gamble and went by myself, confronted him, and passed everything off that it was all his fault and his people turned on him, and we've got another job with him now.
So
Okay.
effectively, your
Knock 'em to
cover
bed.
has not been blown.
Okay. You don't have to necessarily associate with me if you don't want to, since I came in with a bit of a flourish and drew attention to myself.
You're one of my slaves, remember?
Yeah. And so with that, I put my bird under my jacket and it goes, no!
Not the dark!
Not back in the dark.
All right, so everybody else goes to sleep. What is Odette doing? Remember, not a nice town, full of murderers, slavers, and unsavory
Odette's
folk.
in the barn. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Land Before Time, but you know that scene in Land Before Time where like they're all sleeping together in that giant like animal like dinosaur footprint and they all curl up around each other.
Oh.
I'm in the center of that and my animals are all around me protecting me,
All right, yeah, that
ready to
works.
eat anybody who comes in.
Yeah. When you say animals, did you bring any of the pteranodons?
Yes, all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I need to because if I'm away from them for 3 days,
Okay.
they forget me and fly off.
They're roosting in the top part of the barn then, and yes, the innkeeper does demand that you rent out the entire barn.
Yeah,
for-
I needed the entire barn. I don't want to share space with anybody else.
All right, that's going to be a couple of gold a day. That's what she's going to lose in revenue for not being able to stable other horses.
She can stable them. They might not survive, but she can stable them.
Oh no. Oh no. There is no risk taking here.
There's no risk taking. Oh no. Okay.
Yes, 2 gold,
Perfect.
but that does include like normally feed, which would be grain, because most horses don't eat meat. But she does have some meat in the kitchen after you explain dietary needs that she can slop bucket over.
Perfect. I ask her if she's ever wanted any of these animals.
Never.
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 Okay.
They look high maintenance, dearie. High maintenance.
They're not actually. Surprisingly, they're not. Not high maintenance at all. Especially these ones. And I slap Birdo and Yoshi on their backs. And I'm like, they're getting really big.
As they vomit out a combination of undigested bones
Yes.
and sinew.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh.
The meaty version of hairball. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, you probably could use this rest yourself because you had been traveling
Yeah.
as quickly as you can. Your lizards do make better ground speed than horses, but they have to rest more frequently. Okay. So we will pick up 8 hours ish later then. So this will be evening again. What to do?
It's evening.
Yeah.
I'm going to the bar.
I wake up, I saunter out. I tell my animals to like watch the barn. Don't let anyone in or out.
Yeah.
And then I leave to go find Thybor.
The poor barn keeping lad that comes in with his little pail and his little shovel, who
No.
usually mucked the stable, looks in
No.
there, looks at his shovel, looks at his bucket, and says, "I'm going to need a bigger shovel."
One of the things I've been teaching all of my animals is potty training them, because I can teach them a skill like every week or so, and so I've taught them how to use like a hole in the ground out in the woods. So they're refined animals. I put a porta potty inside one of the stables.
Taught them how to all shit in one spot on top of it.
Exactly.
Just a 6-foot pile of shit.
Yeah.
Little animals go first.
Yep, exactly. All right, so you guys told to meet at sunrise. So you're in the part of the year where it is fairly early in the morning when sunrise happened. You get the idea that you're supposed to be at the location as the sun rises. So you've got, a good 8-9 hours before then. You just were told that you were going to be needed as guards. That he normally has his men do, but as his men have been depleted, he doesn't have the manpower, so you're kind of stepping in there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rest and try to. I'm gonna maybe nurse an ale or something, but
Not get too
I'm
drunk.
also leery about any possible betrayals or something going on as well.
Okay. This is one of the better inns in Highport. Having said that, I mean your clientele here is still pretty shady, but mostly they're the captains and captain's men of most of the ships that come through here instead of the lower helpers. But there seems to be a lot of dealing that's going on here. You see a lot of tables where there's a lot of gold stacked on the table, and there seems to be some negotiations going on. You figure buying and selling of trade goods for the most part. There is a bard here tonight, but isn't really performing. Sitting by the fireplace, just kind of practicing on a lute, but not really performing for the crowd. Other than that, it's fairly quiet. The food here is probably the best you're going to find in Highport. It's one of the big attractions to the place. And tonight there is a big boar roasting on the fire that the musician is sitting next to. Beer, all right. It's nothing special, but it's all right. So there you are, at a table on your own. Plates of thick boar meat, cheeses, and breads laid out in front of you. And again, a lot of commerce seems to be going on between ship captains, oddly enough.
Nah, seems like I'm being boring, but it's like my dude's not really doing anything.
No, that's fine. Yep. Mostly, I'm just giving you time. If there's anything you think you guys need to prepare for or to have on hand that you don't, this is the time to do it. If you have nothing you really want to do, we will just skip to morning.
Yeah, other than
I
making sure we've got food, water,
Yep.
all our armor's in good repair, weapons in good shape.
You're being told to report to your boss for the next couple of weeks. I mean, you're going to assume that food and all that's going to be taken care of, but if you want to bring extra just in case.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
I'm gonna have one of the mithril spears with me as well.
Okay. Odette?
I bring everybody with me.
Oh, you're going to bring, well, okay, you're going underground.
I can't. I
mean,
can't.
you
Yeah, I
know
I
that.
can't.
You're going underground. So,
I know I can't. I take the mimic with me.
the bird? Okay.
Always take the bird with me.
Always into
And-
danger with you. Wah! Cracker's not gonna cut it, sweetie. Crack!
I mean, I give him a tiny little I give him like a little chainmail vest to wear because he needs to stop getting stabbed.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
he has armor now.
He might fly a little lower to the ground, but he has armor now.
Okay, it's leather armor because he really shouldn't be able to wear it. I put little leather armor on him. I'm like, there you go. Don't get stabbed again. This thing
Okay.
is perfect.
Yeah, you don't know how tight the confines are going to be. I mean, technically, you could bring either one of your lizards or possibly both because they're used to underground environments, but you don't know if exactly they're going to fit through the tunnels or not. They've gotten to be hefty boys at this point.
Okay. How long do I think I'll be gone?
Well, the contract's for a week or two.
Let me check on animal friendship. I don't want to lose them. I love them.
You know,
Okay,
you may,
skip to somebody else while I'm looking
well,
into
you
this.
may not be underground the entire time. You just know that in a few hours you're going to report to a place that you're going to go underground for a bit.
Yeah.
So you can make the call later once you know, but it's up to you. Okay, if no one else is gathering anything special or doesn't want to do any planning, you guys leisurely drink. Yeah, I guess you head
You know, I
off.
wanted to check with the others. Do we have any plans? Is there anything we need to be doing or not doing? Or are we just going along with what's going on to gather information? Or are we going to stab them all as soon as we go underground?
I think we're supposed to be gathering as much information and getting in with them to get deeper into the syndicate or whatever.
Okay, I can do that.
Maybe we take it over.
I know that I'm hard focused on my animals, but knowing that I'm likely going to lose them, I would probably lead a lot of them with me um, into the woods and tell them to wait so that when the 3 days is up, they will
Yeah, that's fine.
because I can't there's nothing I can
That's
do.
fine. So early in the morning, then you've got this march through the city to get this to the
Yeah.
ruined chapel of
Nation.
Groomish. It's at the very end of
Bruno.
town, so there is some forest around it. So not a bad idea. So
I don't want them to run rampage in the town and likely get killed. So
now, are you guys going to arrive early, or are you going to try and arrive right on time, or late?
A fighter arrives precisely when he means to. I say we get there just a hair ahead of schedule.
Okay. In which case, the orc you met with last night, who has employed you before, meet you there. He's by himself, and he looks at your group and notices the swap out with Odette. He's met Odette before, though. So that's quite a collection you got there. I don't know that your lizards can fit down in there, but you're welcome to try. And he walks over. Again, it's a demolished temple. The only thing that's still standing up here is a shattered altar. And it's shattered like right through the eye of Grumash. And he
That's
walks
fitting.
over to it. And he just kind of... So it's shaped kind of like an anvil. Kind of goes up like this, right? So he kind of bear hugs it, lifts it up, and kind of puts it to the side. It's a fairly impressive feat of strength. It would take more than one normal person to do that, or an orc of general constitution.
You mean someone like me? Because I activate the Ion Stone.
Do you?
Wait, what did he do? He moved it out of the way?
He just moved it out of the way, which is revealing like a hole beneath, and like a ladder going down.
I'm kind of... yeah, I'm going to try and at least lift it now with the Ion Stone. I'm going to be like,
Okay. Yeah, you
let's
flick
see,
the
let's
stone up
see.
into orbit, and yeah, you can easily lift it. 18 over
Just-
100 strength.
And I put it over my head for a minute, and I kind of do a couple reps, and I put it back down, and I just grab the Ion Stone and put it away, and I'm like, wow.
All right.
Huh.
Is that the one that has a percentage of failure each time? I forget.
That is the one which can crumble immediately. Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna
No.
cackle if you
Is
blow
that-
that
Yeah.
thing up.
Yeah.
Oh, it
doing-
is.
Yeah.
10% chance
Okay.
probably to does not
Is it
beat
just
you,
the lowest
so-
10 or whatever? Or is
If
it
you
any
roll
10 I
10%
choose?
or less, just
Okay.
go ahead and roll. All right,
Ha,
it's okay.
we're good.
It's okay. He looks over at Thyber and says, "Well, you seem to have done well in the slave markets. Good strong one there."
Say you pick them right and you teach them and train them right. You don't have to worry about being betrayed. And I just kind of smile at him again
I
with
look
that,
at
that little jab.
Right. Yeah, he just kind of... All right, follow me down. He drops down the hole. You see that there is a wooden ladder that's been attached on the inside, and he starts crawling down. I'm going to move you guys to a map here.
I walk past Thybor and just go, slave woman bred to be strong and tough. Just kind of, just
I'm
do like a little like gorilla walk.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say to everybody else quietly to the side, this is the place we were warned about before, right? Where they've got the bugs which spit all the acid at us if we're not slavers. This
Isn't
is
that
place,
below
right?
the place?
Excuse me, bugs? Bugs?
Yeah, there are
You
bugs.
mean new friends?
Insect people.
They're intelligent. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
they
they-
are
How intelligent?
I don't know
Very.
that they're animals. I think they might actually be
They're
people.
tool users, and they create weapons, and yeah, they're...
It can't be of greater than animal intelligence. So
Yeah.
if it's an animal, it has animal intelligence. So Okay.
Not an
it
animal.
also it can't be unintelligent. That's an important thing. Something has to have some intelligence.
Yeah, which means you can't befriend like a gelatinous cube or green slime. It's Yep.
What about this rock? Animal friendship on the rock.
Animal friendships rock. Draws face on it. Lives forever with rock. Quits adventuring. Settles down. Rock children.
Yes.
I don't know. This escalates very quickly.
Right. Okay, so you're led down, and this is kind of where you end up here. If you guys are seeing the map now. Yeah, it looks like you are. Here. And he leads you north up the tunnel here. So now here's the question. Do you want to try and get your lizards down? It's going to be a tight fit. Like you check yourself,
I
you
wouldn't.
go down. No?
I
Okay.
wouldn't. No.
So you just tell them.
I would not want to make them uncomfortable, and I would tell them that like I would tell them to wait in the forest edge, and then whenever it wears off, they'll just go wild again.
Okay.
I was wondering if there was a way around that, because it says I can teach them tricks once it takes a week to learn a new trick. If I could domesticate it through the tricks, once animal friendship wears off, do the tricks remain, or do the tricks?
Not unless you've got the animal training skill. Like
I
you
think I
need, you
have
need that
tricks.
skill. If you have that skill, then yeah, it would be just like you were training or domesticating an animal.
No, I have animal lore. Sorry.
Okay. So you need
Unless
to
I can get it now.
yeah, pick up animal training. You should have gotten a non.
I pick up animal training. I
And
have
teach them
trained
to come to you
them.
when you whistle a certain way. Then if they go wild, you go whistle, and they come to you back anyway, and you recast it.
That's it. That's what I do. But I do it for one of the pterodactyls. And actually I do it for all the animals if I can. I won't be able to cast that much animal friendship.
You
but...
wouldn't have had time yet, so you're still
okay.
you're still kind of working with them.
Okay.
The two lizards for sure. You've been with them a long time. I'm
Okay.
sure you've been working with them. The
I
pteranodons
have.
probably haven't had enough time with them yet, so they're still learning.
Oh, okay. Well, goodbye, pteranodons.
Well, I mean,
Have fun terrorizing a local city.
My God, yeah, you're releasing pteranodons and greyhawk.
I
It's a
am.
good thing they're both female.
Life finds a way.
All right, so he leads you up to this work door here at the very corner. So all of this is just like just cave cavern. It doesn't look like it's worked at all. It's just like a tunnel, like a mining tunnel almost. Actually, hard to tell because there's no timbers supporting anything. Something could have just eaten its way through here, creating this tunnel. But you do come to a very much stonework door and a stone wall here. And he looks at you guys and says, "I'm going to introduce you. He may or may not accept you, but you're all I got to work with, so hopefully you will. No shows of force, please. He's got some critters of his own in there. So no fast moves and no sudden moves towards him, or you might find yourself being digested. All right?
That
All
means
right.
you, Odette.
Hey!
No sudden scritches.
He does
What do I do?
a sharp couple of raps on the door, followed by a few slow knocks, and someone inside opens the door. And you come into a complex that looks like it might have originally been part of the Temple of Grumash. It's a round room, the middle circular area, and then it's got like a 3-foot gap that's filled with water, almost like a cistern. There's a long set of stairs that go way up into the distance there. What you see is there are 10 orcs here just kind of lounging around, either laying on kegs or boxes, playing some dice, just in general, just kind of, not really being much of guards, but definitely present. There's a human setting up at a table that's been made of a couple of crates and a flat piece of wood. He seems to be going over a bunch of paperwork. And he looks up, you notice he's got one milky left eye with a blade scar over the top edges of the eye socket. His hair is black, but he's got a shock of white on one side. Looks like he's in his 20s, 30s maybe. Broad shoulder, but otherwise seems to be, on the whip-like side, very slender and muscular. He's wearing leathers, looks up at you guys, and he looks at the orc who brought you in. He's like, "These aren't your usual men. Hey, look, it's all I got. Take it or leave it." Ponders for a moment. He looks at you, Thyber. "You the leader of this group?
That'd be me.
Can you take orders?"
Without problem. But as
All
long as I'm not betrayed. And I kind of turn and look at him again.
He's like, "Oh, enough of that, all right? Yeah, I got some house cleaning to do. That's why I'm down men. So, are we good? You going to take them, or am I going to take them back?" And the guy just like, Well, I'll take it on your word that they're useful. He's like, yeah, they're fine. And he leaves. He goes to the door. The man looks at you for a bit. He rolls up some of the paperwork that's on his desk. At this point, you see nudging out from underneath his desk is a giant weasel. The thing stands a good 3 feet at the shoulders and is about 6 feet long.
I love it.
And he just starts stroking and petting it. And as you're looking around, a few more weaselly heads poke their heads up out of some of the gear and some of the crates that are around. They all start coming near him, and he starts giving them out like little treats.
Sir, I notice you have wonderful animals. May I inquire about these animals?
I picked them up as a litter, raised them myself, trained them. They're better than dogs for the most part. They tend to
Bert,
steal things, but don't we
Bert,
all?
you don't-
Don't we
you don't
all?
You don't have to answer this question, Bert, but I have to ask it. What are their names?
Kodo and Podo, of course.
I have to ask. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's 6 of them.
Oh my God! Can I have one, sir?
Huey, Dewey, Louie, Donald, Daffy, and Daisy.
There it is. I'm partial to Daisy.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Gimme.
He's like, yeah, raised them from little kits, and they're good. They're good now, aren't you? And he kind of puts his nose up, and one of them goes over, licks his face. It's like, ah.
Oh my God, this is heaven.
Right. So he looks around and he says, so, job is simple. For the next day, we're just going to hang out. I'm expecting another delivery this evening. After that, tomorrow, midday, I need some guards. We're going to go on board a ship, take a 3, maybe 4 day ride down the coast. And I need you aboard to help mine the goods and help us in case any piracy seems to happen. Now he's looking at all of you pretty intently. Is anyone in here good aligned?
Neutral.
Neutral
So no.
good, to be fair, but
Oh.
yes, I am good.
All right.
That would be a no for me.
Everyone else is neutral or worse.
Or worse. It's neutral for me.
Okay. Yeah, he stares at NPC for just a little longer than the rest of you, but just kind of nods. That's all right.
And nod back.
I don't look happy about it. If he wants to.
Yeah.
Good question.
You got a problem with boats? You got a problem with
Do I notice
pirates?
this?
We just got off a boat. I mean, it was a couple of months ago, but we spent a lot of time on there.
Oh, he looks really interested.
Had plenty of run-ins with
Hmm.
pirates.
He pushes over a couple of tankards, reaches under his desk, pulls out a few more, and a wine skin, and just kind of pours wine across all of them. Pushes one towards you, Tristan. He grabs one, puts his feet up on the desk. He says, oh, really? What boat? Tell me about it.
I don't know. The boats aren't my thing.
Which one? We ran into a bunch of pirates.
We rode on the back of a giant turtle.
We
Yeah, you
did.
see, it all started on the back of a giant dragon turtle.
That's
It all
technically a
started
boat.
in the Underdark.
So are you guys actually spilling the stuff, or?
Long ago, we tell them the story of our campaign.
Wow, no, because then we said, and then we killed all the people who were.
Yeah, yeah.
We rescued
then
all
we
the
say, and then we
slaves.
killed all the people who were going to be here, but we replaced them, and now we're sneaking in to try and kill you.
We did not mention all that.
Do
We
not?
mentioned we'll tell the tale of the dragon turtle. Not all the details, but that we were on one, and how we come to be cordial with the orc pirate captain. I'll name drop, but not a lot of details.
And that he
So,
pointed us
depending
in
on the area we're sailing
Mhm.
through, we may have safe passage regardless.
Yeah, we came to Rockport from there. He pointed us in that direction.
Well, it's not likely to be that adventurous. Good tale, though. The wine, by the way, is exceptionally good. We're going south, out through the Palmarge, Woolly Bay. We're going to hug the coastline for several days. We don't have a particular destination. We're going to meet another boat. It's going to intercept us sometime within those 3 days. We're going to transfer the cargo over. Everything should be just fine. But your insurance, in case it's not fine. Ever handled slaves before? You know your way around collars, chains.
Been one and handled many. Such as
Escape or
these
earn your
here.
freedom.
I earned my freedom. Now
Respectable.
these technically are my slaves, but as I've told your business partner, if you learn how to train them and treat them right, they stay loyal, which he has problems with.
He's necessary. We need a contact in the town. Bright. He seems to be having a problem with his men lately, though.
Yeah, they turned on us on the last job.
Really? And why was that? He's looked very
you know what?
intently at you.
I will tell the story, but not giving away the guy that was actually helping out, but weave it to where it was one of the other guys that died. But still, I don't know why or what the league is for, but his men can't be trusted.
Good to know. Shame. I was getting used to this. What was it? A temple at one time? It's got some interesting features. And with that, he's been chewing on like a turkey leg, and he throws it to one of the ponds here at the edge of the room. And something leaps out of the water, grabs the bone midair, and falls back in. It's long and sinuous, like a water snake or an eel. It was very fast.
Sir, could you please tell me about the other animal? We seem to have quite a lot in common with the animal collection we both have.
I don't know. They kind of came with the place, inherited, but they are a voracious lot. They'll eat each other, pretty much anything I throw in there.
Do you know if it can survive outside of water?
Don't know. Haven't really tried.
Are you going to try to get another animal for your menagerie?
If I could wrap that thing around my neck and carry it with me everywhere, I would be so happy. I'd like to go over and use animal lore to try and figure out what type of animal it is.
Okay, once you're closer and you're looking, how close to the water do you get?
No, I get only, this is a dangerous question, Bert. I get close enough that it can't jump. I obviously saw how far it jumped out of the water to get the bone, right?
Yeah.
I don't get that close.
Okay, it leapt a couple of feet out of the water, so you maybe 5-6 feet away, and you look, and it looks like it's some kind of eel. So you're looking at it. It's got just mighty crushing jaws on it. It's kind of the face is flat, eyes on either side. It's kind of blackish brown. It looks like an eel.
I whisper, "Would you like to be my friend?" From what I know, do I believe this thing can survive out of water?
Probably not. No, I mean.
Okay, then I don't care about it.
It has gills.
I walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You can hold it in my wine skin, and I pull out the big testicle.
It's huge.
It just
He's got a wineskin made
It's
out of
still
pork
full.
testicle.
I like this idea of someday me carrying a backpack that's just basically like a giant water jug that has like a giant eel inside of it.
But then you've got to
Well,
attach
this-
the hose gun that shoots out giant eels.
Jesus.
It's like a t-shirt gun except for eels. I love it. Okay, cool. This guy is really interesting. He has like a ton of, I mean, he's obviously well traveled, and he knows enough to be curious about some of the stories that we've had.
He's
He has
also
really
a
good wine.
slaver.
It's really good wine. Yeah, but I'm a slave, so I mean, samesies. I'm
Here, I have to
sorry.
do this for Ray, just because he's not here. With a tear in her eye, Odette walks away from Amore.
I gotta go. I just remembered I double booked.
Stream's
I gotta-
over.
I
Yeah,
gotta
we're
go.
done. We're done.
Some other first edition campaign, not with you.
Oh
Alright,
my god,
bye,
I love it so
guys.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was perfect. That was wonderful. Okay, cool. I'm very curious about this guy because like what information can we squeeze from him is really like, and I kind of make a note as I'm coming back from the eel, I make this comment to NPC. and I mention that like this guy seems to know a lot. Like what can
Yeah.
we pull from him? Like what does he know that's not about this quest that we're going on?
I don't know. I'm just
Neither.
waiting for Thybor to tell me who to hit with my axe because I don't know. I kind of whisper this. I don't know if he's able to overhear us. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're gonna like turn on this guy or if we're gonna do something later. Like, I have no idea what's going on yet. Like,
Okay,
I'm just
yeah.
waiting for him to tell me to kill someone.
I totally understand. Okay, cool.
So a lot of the orcs seem to be going through different crates, and they're pulling out things like hard cheeses, bread, some dried fruits, etc., bags of water, skins of water. And the man looks at us like, it's feeding time. Why don't you go with your companions here and take a look at the merchandise? So one of the orcs just kind of looks at you with Thybor and just gives you the pointing to like
Follow.
trays of food and points at somebody to grab a barrel of water there.
Sure. I'll give orders to people to hand stuff out, so we play the part.
All right.
Follow orders.
You go up this long set of stairs, and at the very top, there is it's almost like a jail cell kind of door. It's iron bars, but it has a lock on it. One of the orcs fumble around with a big iron key, turns it in the lock, squeaks open, and you're into this long hall. And this room is really interesting. So as you pass by this room here, it has a glass wall facing west into the larger part of the room. It's like almost like a viewing room. And what you're seeing here is this is a network, almost like a grid, with the central bars about 6 inches wide. And they're basically cubicles that are about 12 feet deep. And at the bottom of each cubicle, you can see there's just snakes, just hundreds and hundreds of snakes just weaving themselves through the bottom bars.
I'm listening.
One of the orcs goes into the room here that looks like a viewing room, pulls out this fairly wide plank, and starts laying planks down across these bars here so that he can get to this opening. Otherwise, each of these bars is like 6 inches wide, and then there's this huge drop into these cages with snakes, just a pit full of snakes down there.
How big are the snakes, Bert?
Different sizes. Some are small, like young, and some are really long, like 6-7 feet long.
Did I notice any that are poisonous?
Oh, they're all poisonous, actually.
Oh, I'm so excited.
They all have multicolored rings on them, which just in general means that likely poisonous.
I'm gonna try to animal friendship one of the large ones that I see that I feel like I could fit around my neck like a boa. I'm sorry, I have to do this. This is what you get for not having me in the game for 2 weeks. Is I find a pit of snakes, I want one.
How long does it take to cast that spell? How many segments?
6. It takes 6 turns.
6 turns. Okay, well you're going to be just standing there alone for a bit then, because no one's going to wait for you.
Okay.
So again, the orcs lay down these planks, so it's easier to cross this grid work. And they go over to the side here, and let me reveal that for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see is a bunch of cells, and they're filled with people.
Okay.
Human. There's a few elves, a few dwarves, halfling or two, but they seem to be the most least numerous. There are a few orcs in there. Well, they look like half orcs, actually. They look like they're treated well enough, they're clothed. They do have buckets to relieve themselves, and the orcs go through, and each of the slaves brings the bucket of slop, and one of the orcs takes it, and another orc hands food and water through the cells. And then basically, Thybor, you're told to do the same. Somebody take a bucket, somebody give them a tray of food. You got about 20, about 25 people here. You can count quickly enough. Odette, do you really stay back there and try and cast that?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it just happen, or does the spell have a save?
Um, it just happens as long as my hit dice is twice. It meets them by twice my level. So as long as they don't have 10 hit
Okay.
dice.
So here's the thing. It works. One of the longest snakes does seem to have an interest, and it's trying to get up to you, but it can't climb the slick bars.
I have rope. I lower a rope to it,
You lower a rope down to it.
and I go like this.
You're fishing for snakes.
I am.
Okay. You get one of these large snakes to kind of ride up, and it kind of circles your neck and kind of just lays its head on your left side.
Oh my god. Mr. Slithers is his name. No, it's not Mr. Slithers. I'll come up with a better name, I promise.
I was like,
That's pretty
Mr.
good one.
Slithers.
Can you even come up with a better name
Okay,
than Mr. Slithers?
Mr. Slithers. Okay. Well, so it's a giant poisonous snake. All right, I follow along and keep working, and I tell Mr. Slithers to not bite anybody.
All right. Yes, so you come into the room. One of the orcs look at you and it's like, ah! And you notice the snake isn't attacking you. And it's like,
This is Mr. Slithers.
Oh, you found another animal. She does this.
Somehow, so listen, I want this to be canon. In my time away from everybody, I have learned to create tiny hats for animals that I have. So I put a tiny top hat on him, and he looks very refined.
Please also addendum that there is a monocle.
I was going to say, you got
So
to
you
make a
have
little
to glue a
monocle
monocle
next.
on there.
A little monocle
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, there's a snake with a top hat head on the left shoulder. Yeah. Okay. They just kind of shake their head. Go about. So, Diber, do you have your crew go about pulling out slop
Yeah.
buckets and delivering
Yeah, I'll
food?
help and having everybody do that. I'm like, we're low enough where they can hear. I'm like, keep an eye out for anybody that looks familiar,
Okay.
and then I'll do the same if we recognize anybody in here.
Dion, roll me a
Bert.
percentage die and tell me low or high.
Oh, it's always high with me. And it's high.
One of the slaves recognizes you. It was
Oh,
actually
no.
somebody that was taken in the same group. You got parted out into the Underdark, and you haven't seen this person since you were first taken. Recognizes you, runs to like the edge of the cell, and starts saying like, "Get us out of here!"
Quieten that slave down.
It's like,
Kinda.
I know it's you. We went to the same school together. Your mom used to cook us pies. Yeah, the
I'm
rest of the orcs are looking like, what's going on here as they start heading over
Like-
to the cage.
I kind of shrug and I'm like, I'm a slave to this guy. I've been a slave for the past 10 years. Like, sorry to break it to you, dude, but like, why are you freaking out right now?
All right, make me a charisma check.
Oh, but oh.
I don't want to hear any whining about charisma checks.
I'm gonna re-roll it. I'm using a re-roll.
Okay.
I want to make sure I succeed this thing. I'm gonna use another re-roll. We have plenty.
Why bother? You're going to roll another 13.
Shh.
Yes.
The fates say it's 13.
I'm taking it as fate. All right, fine. I'm F5ing. Give me a new roll seed.
All right, yeah. So he's desperate. He's like, for the sake of our parents, we grew up together. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. So yeah, the orcs are coming by and they look at you. Thiber says, like, what's going on here?
That person recognizes me from my hometown before I was taken as a slave.
All right. He looks a little suspiciously. He's like, don't get any ideas. These are all slated for sell.
Yeah, no, I'm a slave too. I'm his. I pointed
He's
out.
loyal. Don't worry about it. Or she's loyal.
Yeah, look, the slave looks a little downfallen. It's like, I should have known. You got the smell of orc all over you. What would your mother think?
She'd be proud.
You should be more concerned about that poor orc.
I kinda, speaking of, and I kinda sit back down at the table and I go, anyone want to wrestle?
Nobody's in the mood. All
No?
right, so yeah, so the slaves are fed, slop buckets are taken away, replaced. There's right here. There's a stair going down, but the stairs are they're kind of shattered, and it's just kind of a big hole, and they're just dumping the slop buckets down into that hole. You can kind of hear the sound of running water down there somewhere as well.
What's down there?
I don't know. Would you like to follow the slop and find out?
No, I would not. Thank you for the offer, though.
What if there's animals down there?
Don't tempt. I dive down the hole. No, I don't.
The poop pile's got animals in it.
No.
All right. Yeah, so you perform your duties. Again, all the slaves look like they've been treated all right. Like no one is in any. They're not. No one looks like they're sick. No one looks like they have any open wounds. They are clothed. They do have shoes. They are not currently got chains on them, but they are locked in these cells.
As we're going around looking at these cells, can I get a look at the locks just to work out how easy they would be to pick or anything?
Yeah. Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence, you want, eh? Right, I'll do that. Ah, critical success.
Okay.
Bang.
Well, the these bars, these cells are they couldn't be that old. They're probably not original part of this architecture. They're put in later. Having said that, the lock mechanisms are fairly new, so they would be a difficult pick. You think?
Okay. Well, I'll consider how long it will take me, etc.
And you got a good look
And
at all the
inevitable
orcs that came in
happens.
as well. There was only one orc that had the key at the stair that brought you up here, this big long stair. But he doesn't seem to have any other keys on him. Like, it's not a key ring full of keys. Like, the key ring had like one key on it, and it opened the one door coming up here. So it doesn't look like any of these orcs have the key to the cells.
Well, the cells must open somehow. Someone must have the key here. Oh well, alright.
All right,
Move on,
yeah.
I guess.
So yeah, they move on. They go
What
back
else to
down
do?
into the main room here. The man again is working on some paperwork as you come down. You notice he's got a wax seal that he's applying to a few scrolls that he's putting together, and all the paperwork is going into a small wooden box that he's just piling all this into. As he's doing this, and he pulls out a key to lock that box, he does have a key ring full of keys.
Okay.
All right. Well, now we wait. Sometime this evening we should be getting another 2025. Then we make our way to the boat. And when he's saying this, he's taking a good hard look at NPC. NPC, were you rattled at all by seeing a childhood friend in the cell?
I was more so surprised of their reaction. Actually, I was like ready to be excited and then they freaked out. So I was just like, what the hell? So my reaction was pretty much just pure confusion at like the freak out.
Okay. All right,
Like
good enough. Then.
genuinely just like, what the fuck? Like,
Okay. Yeah, so you're not like showing like you're upset or anything then. So he looks at you for catches your eye for several seconds before he just looks on at everybody else. It's like, well, pull up a barrel, whatever you'd like to do. We're just gonna wait this out until the new property arrives.
I want to have just like casual conversation, blah blah, and at some point try to like hint about like new business dealings if he's not trusting the other guy too much.
Well, the thing about it is that he knows the local talent in this city. Brought you to us. Are you thinking about taking over his organization?
I'm always looking for making money. Money talks and bullshit walks.
Well, if you happen to manage a coup, certainly we can do business.
I'm not sure we'd want to be stuck down here. Something more mobile.
Oh,
seems,
we're highly mobile. This is holding cells. When we gather enough, 40, 50 slaves, they're all got buyers lined up. We travel quite a few leagues up and down Woolly Bay here. We go deep into, Pomarsh. We do a lot of sales there. Yeah, we're never here for more than a day or two at a time.
And it's all just local slaves, nothing exotic.
Well, none of them are really local.
Well, not local as in from the town, but the region.
Depends. Merchandise is brought from all different reasons. Got a lot of different people that purchase as well. He doesn't seem like he really wants to talk about the business too much, so he's like just really like lightly touching on it. It's like, yeah.
Okay. I don't push the subject, but just trying to feel out a little bit. Also, I'm wanting to figure out if he's like just super low tier, if he's mid tier, and any kind of hints towards who's the head of the stuff,
Maybe an intelligence roll as you're just giving some general chatter with this guy.
Nope, that's 3 over.
Okay. You don't know. I mean, he's either like middle management or he is the guy for this area. Because he's not,
13.
he doesn't talk a lot about himself, but you get the idea that he is vastly connected to a network and that he is somewhere higher up in that network.
Okay. As when I can get around to dropping a word or two to everybody else without really being noticed, is like, let's just play this out. I think this guy can lead us to bigger fish.
Okay. If you guys aren't going to start anything, then it's several.
Well, I got
go ahead.
something to do while we're waiting all of this thing. There's loads of people here, so presumably there's somewhere gambling or something.
Yeah, there are people
So,
throwing
yep.
dice.
So I want to find like a group of people to gamble with, and I don't know whether they drink while they're all waiting here. I assume some of them must be.
None of them
I-
are.
Find a-
Actually,
None of
are
them
drinking.
are.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, all right.
Can I assist him with drumming up a crowd by playing dice with him, since I know how to cheat at dice?
Well, again, there are like 10 other works in the room, and the various of them are broken off. It doesn't have to be with the same crowd. You can go and get your own crowd, or you can go with Tristan. Either one is fine.
I'm gonna stick with Tristan for now until he gets a couple of people there.
Okay.
And then I'll dip out.
All right, so you guys start dicing. Is there anything that you want out of this, Richard, for a scene?
Yeah, I'm looking for information rather than money or anything.
Make me a
So
charisma check.
I
Make the charisma check, and we'll see what goes on from there.
Alright. have to try and remember what my charisma is. Yeah, that's a fail.
All right. You want to spend anything to re-roll that, or do you want to go with it? At a 15, what's going to happen is like you're just really not able to draw them out into talking. I mean, they'll dice with you,
Yeah.
but they don't want to. They don't really talk.
I will spend a single reroll and see if
All
we
right.
can do better than that. See if the
All right.
rerolls get us a 13.
You can do it.
We're at 16 after that. Oh,
Great.
hey, you got
9.
it.
Thank you. That is a success, definitely.
All right. How well of a success is it? What's your?
12
Okay.
is my charisma, so that's
All right.
3 less.
You get the idea that they're actually nervous. They don't really talk much about the job or anything else. You do get the idea that this particular group of 10 have been with Ronaldo, who is the human at the table, for quite some time, but they all seem to be nervous about what's going to happen tonight. And they don't seem to really want to talk about it very much, but they definitely seem nervous. And they're like, yeah, normally we'd be drinking, but we've got to keep our wits about us tonight.
So you need extra
Something about
muscle
the
for
slaves?
just in cases, and it sounds like there's more than a just in case. What are we in for?
Well, Thiber's not... Well, what is Thiber doing? You were
Oh,
talking
I'm sorry.
with
I thought we
Ronaldo.
were all together.
No, these guys
No,
are...
I'm hanging out in there chit-chatting with that dude. I thought we were all together. My bad.
Yeah, no, these guys have gone off to work with the
You don't
orc
associate with the
hirelings.
slaves. Come on, man. You're management.
Yeah.
Play the part.
I would probably be walking around offering for anybody to pet the snake who wanted to pet the snake. Not a euphemism.
Most of
Full
them are
disclosure.
like, it looks hungry. You know it's poisonous, right?
You may remember, Mr. Slithers, from the pit that you crossed when you were thrown into this cage.
Now he is here to say hello,
He's domesticated. He's an emotional support snake.
and I love him.
Haven't really fed those snakes in a while. It's probably
What?
really hungry.
I immediately find food for him. Out of my own pocket.
It doesn't eat it. It eats live prey.
You have a guinea pig.
Oh no, I have
You have
the mimic
two.
bird.
Yeah, you've got the bird.
Don't even think about it.
It's wearing leather armor, which is also something that I learned to make, was tiny leather armor for animals. I would probably see if there was like a mouse running around, or like if there was like something that I could like.
Oh, the
catch
weasels
very-
have pretty much cleared out everything.
God damn it, weasels!
You can go
Okay.
fishing for an eel.
No, thank you. Those eels are gonna murder me.
They just might. So Tristan and NPC, that's kind of the vibe you're getting, is like they're nervous about what's going to go down tonight.
There was something else I wanted to get from. I wanted to know about sort of turnover and hey, have you heard anything about people dying recently or being attacked? Because we attacked to the north, and if someone from there suddenly turns up here tonight, then things might go pear-shaped.
All right, so the one you're talking to is like, no, nothing like that, and that's not what we're worried about. And he kind of looks around. It's like, no. The other set of slaves that we're getting tonight are something special. Yeah, something special.
Do we need to get anything special to deal with them? Like, are they werewolves? Do we need silver? Are they... Well, I don't know. Fae? Do we need cold iron or anything?
They bleed like any other being I've met, but I just don't trust the sellers. Let's just put it at that. Just be on your guard. Keep a weapon about. Keep your wits about you.
Okay.
NPC, are you doing anything else? You're part of this conversation.
No, I was just a body for dice. I'm not really good at the talking part. I'm just there to be a quiet, good little slave.
So it's getting later into the day. Thiber, you're sitting with Ronaldo. He does have his wineskin out, but you see that he's basically just drinking from it very sparingly, and he lays it on the table if you'd like some as well. But if you start drinking heavily from it, he will say, like, yeah, you'll need to keep your wits about you tonight.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get messed up, but I'll share some wine.
He looks over at some wax candles that had been lit that you noticed earlier on. It's like, all right, another few hours from now. So, Mr. Thiber, just so that you're made aware, the guests that we'll be receiving tonight and the new load of slaves are something a bit more exotic. They are from the Underdark. Some fine new folk we have been making commercial connections with recently. They're haughty. The females run their society.
The dark elf, then.
You are
I've
familiar.
had my dealings with him. The tale of the dragon turtle we rode out of the Underdark.
Oh, good.
That wasn't just a big spun tale to impress. That was actually a truth.
Well, then I don't need to worry. Then you've dealt with their like before. Be respectful. Be reasonable. We are getting somewhere around 20 or so of their slaves. I don't know what species as yet. Maybe some of their own. They seem to like to sell their men. Could be some of their own slaves from others from below. Either way, we're buying them.
Okay.
With
We'll
any
let 'em
luck,
know,
they'll accept.
form my crew.
Yeah, he's just the kind of ways you like go about it.
So I want to gather everybody up to let them know, especially NPC. There's going to be drow here.
Oh.
So one, be cool, and two, you may want to hide your face as much as possible in case one of them's connected to the ones that originally had you. I'm not saying that out loud where anybody else can hear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright.
That's for him.
I'm gonna put a face mask on.
What kind of face?
You're so safe and responsible.
Like, right below the eyes and all the way down.
So you're basically just tying some cloth to your face?
I'm gonna...
I mean, if you have a cloak on, it's much easier just to pull the hood over. But if you're actually gonna, I mean, like putting on like a mask like that is definitely gonna bring stares.
I'll do a cloak then. Yeah, you're right.
All right. All right. Good enough. Unless you guys want to make any other kind of preparations, the candles burn down really low, and just as the candle's about to burn out, there's a repetitive rapping at the door that you guys first came through. And he motions for one of the orcs to go over and open the door. And in walks a dark elf. You never ran across any of the dark elf nobles. They're almost all female. And the one that comes in, it's an elf, very slender, has this kind of silver gray chain armor on. There's a whip at her left hip, a sword at her right. Behind her is the upper part is a bare-chested drow male. The lower part is of a giant spider. She looks around, doesn't make any eye contact with the orc that opened the door at all, and just kind of marches into the room. Ronaldo's already stood. He puts on a winning smile on his face, and he gives a deep bow to her. Melandra, always on time, I see. Have you? He looks behind her and only seeing the mailed rider, and says, "Have you our next quota? I have the gemstones as our normal deal." She just quickly scans the room like she's counting numbers. And she says, "Ronaldo, yes, the standard deal is in effect. I did not deem it wise to bring the slaves down this time. It created such an event the last time I was here." Ronaldo just kind of raises his left eyebrow a little bit, and just a quick side eye to you, Thyber. He just kind of looks over at you very quickly.
Does it look like a get ready for trouble kind of look, or
Make
we've
me a
been
wisdom
betrayed?
check. Make me a wisdom check.
It's an average roll. Nope.
Okay, you don't know what he meant by it.
Okay.
He just made quick eye contact with you, looked away.
So I'm just going to assume that it's be ready for action.
Right. So she walks into the room, and she goes down to a pouch, and she says, "Yes, I have the slave collar keys here." And as she kind of jangles around in the pouch, and as she's coming forward, she reaches her hands out like this, and then just blows powder in the direction of Ronaldo and you, Thyber.
I
roll
was to say,
roll a d
initiative.
no roll a d6. Let's see if you're surprised by this or not.
You're getting high on her supply.
Oh, Fiber. A
Boo.
1 is surprise, yes. So no, you didn't know what the look from Ronaldo meant, and you weren't expecting this, and this powder just fills your face and Ronaldo's face. Go ahead and make me a save versus poison. Oh!
I'm gonna
Ronaldo
re-roll.
took in a... What's that?
I want to. Oh, that's. Did mine not come through? Oh no,
No,
I thought that
I
was
don't see
mine.
yours.
There we go.
Yeah, yours is good. Ronaldo breathes in just as she's blowing the powder, also unexpected, and he takes a big lungful in, and you see that his face just goes kind of this greenish color, and he grabs his neck like he's having a hard time breathing. He goes down to his knees. You made your roll, Thiber. So like you turned your head just in time and you didn't inhale. So it goes by you. It stings your eyes. It stings like the flesh around your cheeks and your face feel numb. And then as this happens, the Drider steps in. Another one steps in behind him and you can hear more out in the corridor. Now it's initiative.
Right.
So,
Oh,
hey, Richard, why don't you roll for your side?
because reasons. Well, there we go. A 3. That's not horrible.
All right, you give them a 3, they give you a 6, so they go first. Okay. All right. So what'll happen this round is she draws her whip, and Thiber, you don't seem to be affected by her poison, so she's going to lash out with her whip at you as she draws her sword and attempts to stab one of the orcs next to her. She gets 2 attacks per round. So the whip's going to miss you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she guts like just her sword goes right up through the bottom of this orc's chin, up through the top of his head, and just pulls through his face as he goes down in a spray of gore. That was her, the Drider that was in the room that stepped to the side. He is... You're still standing, Thiber, so he is going to attack you. His spider-like body kind of just skitters up the wall, climbs the ceiling, and he's going to try and drop down on top of you. Oh, jeez, he misses. The rest of them are still trying to get into the room. So, you've got 9 orcs. One of them's dead now. Ronaldo seems to be trying to get air and not succeeding, gasping out on the floor. In the room right now is one Drider on the ceiling above Thiber. The Drow woman that's in there, she's got a whip and a sword out, and you can see another Drider coming into the room now, and you can hear more behind him. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna attack as I'm yelling, "Bar the door!"
Okay.
I'ma go bar the door.
All right. Thiber, go ahead and make your attack roll. I assume you're attacking the
I'm
woman.
casting.
All right. Stop. Okay. Hold on. Stop. Should have asked beforehand. So, casting. What are you casting, and how many segments does it take?
Wait, I can find it. I am casting neutralize poison, and it takes 7 segments.
Ooh. Okay. So
Yeah.
You guys are going on
6.
so 7 segments. It won't take effect until the next round.
That's okay.
But-
I would
okay.
like to save. I would like to save Ronaldo.
Okay. Sounds good. Thiber, how did you do?
I haven't done yet because you said wait because everybody's
Yep. Sorry.
doing
Yep.
stuff.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Is she close enough to attack?
She, the Drow priestess. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going straight for her. If only I had one more level, I could start out with 2 attacks. 12 will hit AC 3.
No. It. She. Yeah. she's
Wearing
fast
mithril.
and wearing mithril. Right. You're. What is it you're using? An axe or a sword?
2-handed sword.
2-handed sword. You take the slash, and actually, she just nimbly steps to the side. You didn't even do well enough for it to hit her armor. Yeah, so she just sidesteps, and she's got just a very cruel smile on her face. So that is Odette and Thiber. NPC, you're running to bar the door. One more Drider has made his way in but couldn't attack. You're going to try and close the door and bar it, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
I want you to do two things for me. One,
Oh no.
make me a dex check to see if you can get over there.
Oh no. Okay. Ha. Yes.
And now make me a strength check to be able to close the door and drop the bar.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, you do that. So, Tristan, you're the last of your side, and I'll roll for the rest of the orcs.
I'm gonna run over to Ronaldo,
Ronaldo,
whatever.
yep.
Whatever. Yep. And hey, I want your keys.
Okay. Okay. I'll
Just
tell you
grab
what.
Love
them
that
off of him while he's.
I'm trying to heal him,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm just gonna take this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually he's one hand he's choking and he just gives you the ring with the other hand. Okay, so you have it. I'm going to say that's your move action. What else do you want to do?
I want to go and free the slaves.
Okay, so you're going to go up the stairs.
So going back the, yeah. So
Okay.
double move.
Make me an intelligence check.
Uh-huh. Pow. Yeah, that's a success.
As you're running up the stair, maybe you're just a little bit more observant because you've got, all that adrenaline running through your body. But there's something you didn't notice before. There's actually a trigger right up here near the door. You're not sure what it triggers, but there's some kind of trap trigger up here.
It's got to do something with the snakes. It's got to.
Okay. So that's going to be your
Yeah.
turn. You're not going to be able to open the door this round.
That's fine.
Okay. So next round. Odette, let's have you roll for your side.
Okay.
1d6.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, you gave them a 1. They give you a 2. So they go first.
Criminy.
Right. So I'm going to make this random, okay? Because if somebody does interrupt you before your spell goes off, the spell won't go off. But right now, we'll do the Drow Priestess in combat with Fiber. She's going to level both attacks at you this round, Fiber. Uh, 21 and 11. So the whip will hit you. Okay. 1d6 for number of barbs. Only one barb hits you. Save versus poison. And take 4 points of damage.
Bert, I have a question.
Sure.
When I teach my animals to attack, because I just got this snake, I don't expect it to attack like this round. If I do have an animal that can attack, how will I handle that in the future?
Well, since you're friendshipped with this animal, I mean, it's
I have to wait a week to teach it something, though.
Okay. I would just make you can just like have the animal
Okay.
attack on the same round as you, and they just use the stats for the animal.
Cool.
That would be
Okay,
fine.
sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. So is that a
Can I
fail,
spend
Oak?
a point? Yes.
Okay. Do you
Can I
want
spend
to?
a thing to reroll?
Yeah. If you want to reroll it, go ahead.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. All right. Again, you feel like where the barb hooked your cheek and ripped off a strip of the flesh. Like that side of your face just goes numb, but it just seems to be localized to like right there. You seem to be fine. All right. So now there are 2 Driders in the room. One on the ceiling is. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. One of the orcs. Yeah, the orcs are running around. One of them actually grabs a spear and shoves it into the side of the Drider right above Euthyber. That was last round. The rest of them do miserably. The Drider's still up, though, so he's going to attack you. Okay, so second one hit. All right, so this is an interesting one. Make me a save versus, it'll be Dragon Breath. It's essentially a reflex save. Okay. All right, so what happens is it shoots this webbing out of its abdomen, which wraps up some part of your body and legs. So right now what's going to happen until you can cut your way out of it, you're going to be at a -2 to your attacks. and your movement is fairly limited. You can move 5 feet. So it's bound your legs in midsection. Your arms are still free,
Okay.
but you're hindered somewhat. Okay, there's one more in the room, and here's where we're going to do a random. I'm going to do a D4. If it rolls a 4, it's going to attack an orc. Otherwise, it's going to be Dion, Thiber. Actually, I need to do a D5, don't I? Yeah, D5.
Odette.
So, yeah, so going to go Dion, Thiber, Odette, and Tristan. And a 5 is going to be an orc. It attacks Odette. Wait,
Who's
no,
three?
1, 2, 3.
Tristan
You're 3.
was
It's
4.
Tristan.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
Let's
say-
try Bert.
So it runs up the stairs, which means it can't get to you, but it does run up the
Say,
stairs.
Miles
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, it's going across the ceiling to get to you. But yeah, it can't reach you, but it is coming in your direction. And I'm going to test to see if they can break through that door. Just going to do some damage. Ooh, door holds, but the cross member cracks. NPC.
Door's not going to hold much longer, guys. I say, as what's the nearest thing I can kill?
The nearest thing you can kill? Well,
Yeah.
let's see.
Yourself.
There's yes, there's a Drider on the ceiling right above Fiber. The other one just ran for Tristan all the way across the room and up the stairs. And then there's the priestess who is in combat with Fiber as well.
All right, so she's the only one who's reachable, really, with the axe. So I'm a charger.
Okay.
And what's the bonus for a charge? One more time, please.
Well, you really can't charge her. You don't have enough room.
Okay.
Because you've
okay.
got to be able to move at least, I think it's
10 foot, I think.
10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have 10 feet to
Okay.
reach her. But you can,
So
you can
then-
just step in and melee.
Okay, and
Is there any kind of flanking bonus?
No,
my
because
rate
the
of-
Drider's up there as well, so it's 2 on 2.
Okay, so my rate of fire is 3/2. So do I attack once this turn and twice next turn?
You say rate of fire. Are you firing an arrow or are you swinging
No,
an
I'm
axe?
not.
He's specialized.
It's the double specialization for the axe.
Oh, so
is what
you're
I
okay.
meant.
So you're swinging an axe. Okay, and what was your
Yeah.
question? Sorry.
I have the double specialization now, so it says my attack thing is 3/2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
what
every
is
2
that?
One
rounds.
attack
So
now.
1 attack now,
Okay.
2 attack next round.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay, so 2 next turn. All right.
Yep.
So there's that.
Okay, so what AC do you hit? Oh, that's you're not going to hit with a 7.
Can I re-roll? I really want to.
You don't have to ask me. You're in charge of the use of the bits.
I'm
I
gonna
support
re-roll.
you.
I really want to hurt her.
This group lets me animal friendship whatever I want without making me feel bad about it. You can re-roll, okay?
Is that a better hit? 13.
That hits armor class what?
I missed with a 13.
No,
earlier.
3?
no, that's not going to hit.
Oh no.
You need to throw your stone up for the extra bonuses.
I don't want to waste it yet because it can get attacked.
All right, Odette, your spell will go off this round.
Hooray!
So Ronaldo stops gasping, and he basically just ducks and rolls under his table, just to get out of the situation. You're not sure
Perfect,
what else
sounds
he's doing. Tristan, there's a Drider right on you. What do you want to do?
Can I also move? Or am I not
You
able
can
to
move.
move? Because I was still casting. I would like to move toward the Drider that's coming toward Tristan.
So you're gonna run up the stairs as well. Okay, so that's gonna take all your movement, and you won't quite reach him.
I'm gonna watch, I have my hands up like this and I'm watching the ceiling.
Okay.
Because
Alright.
I'm about to do something really stupid.
Tristan.
Good. Well, I'm continuing on
You're-
with my plan.
Yeah,
to
you're not in
the
melee
door.
yet, so you can open the door and
Yeah.
go through it if you want.
Yeah, and I'll shut it behind me as well, I guess.
Shut and lock. Okay, so you open the door, shut and lock.
No, just shutting it. Not
Just
locking
shutting
it. Just
it.
want to.
Okay. Okay. We'll say
And
that.
then keep going. Yep.
All right. So you remember last time. So you have a choice here. You can try and balance on those 6-inch wide beams and hopefully not fall into the snake pit, or you can take your time and pull out those planks that the orcs use.
I can balance. I'm pretty dexterous like that. Yeah, I can make my way
Okay.
across.
Okay, good enough. We'll see how that works out for you next round.
Yep.
So that is Odette, NPC, and Tristan. Fiber, did you go this round? I don't think so.
This is a new round. No, I have not,
Yeah.
because this is my 2 attack round.
Yep.
And you said I'm at a -2.
Yes.
I'm trying to take her head off.
Yeah, just to attack, not to damage. You're being restrained somewhat. You can take an action though to cut yourself out of the webbing instead. Up to you.
No, I'm first right now. I'm just trying to see if I can cut her down.
Okay.
First attack misses. Oh, that'd be on a large creature. And second attack. Nope.
Yeah. So slash, and she just like is just barely moving enough just so that your blade goes to either side. She looks like almost like she's just dancing around you, again with this just wicked smile on her face. So that is all of your turn, and so it's a new round. So again, I need to ask this each time. Odette, are you casting this round?
Uh,
Oh, I need
yes,
to.
I am.
Okay, you are. Okay. NPC or Dion, go ahead and roll for your side.
All right. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. 3.
Okay, you guys go first. So spells first. Odette, what are you casting?
Pew, pew, pew.
So I'm going to cast Swarm of Insects.
Oh, nasty. All right, how many segments does that take?
Yes.
It takes. Sorry, I'm looking it up and trying to find it because apparently all my stuff is all over the place. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up in
What's
Post-Rick.
the area too? Make sure that doesn't get us.
Only enemies. You don't have to worry about it. They my babies. It takes 1 round.
1 round. Okay.
1 round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to start casting
Yeah.
this round. Okay. You start casting, so you're looking at that rider on the ceiling, making your noises. Tristan has gone
Yeah.
beyond the door, so that's magic. Who wants first round? Tristan, let's find out what happens to
I was
Tristan.
going to say, I'd quite like to find out if I fall into a pit or not.
All right, Tristan. You're just a thief, right? You're not thief acrobat. You didn't pick up a level of acrobat.
I don't even think that's possible at the moment. Or
Okay.
at least I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's only assassin, but yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, so give me a dex check just to see if you can go across those beams without falling down to the asps below.
Death by asps. Oh my god, one above. No, I failed.
Reroll,
miserably.
reroll,
That's-
reroll. Do it. We have plenty.
Ah!
Nobody
snakes
can
are
come
like,
save you
"I regret
right
nothing."
now.
Thank you for feeding us, Odette.
How do they know my name? I didn't tell them my name.
All right, you're going to use
You
reroll.
just got your name just gets spread among the animal network by everybody. Now,
For this weird woman, she's gonna try and be your friend.
But the snacks
Oh.
are good. The snacks are good.
my only regret is that I cannot take Grown Wolf with me. All right, I guess I will spend a reroll and
Okay.
roll higher.
19. No.
Ah,
Okay,
Oh,
so
all right.
yeah, an okay
Alas.
success. Yeah, I mean you teeter a bit, but you hop across, and so you are into the area with the cells. It's going to take you another round to start opening cells. Okay. Do you say anything to the slaves who are kind of looking up, like what's going on?
fight or die.
Fight or die. Okay. Yeah, they look around. Some of them pick up their slop pails, and they're like, looking for something to arm themselves with. A few of them pick up some bowls. All right, so that's Tristan. We know what Odette's doing. So NPC, Thiber, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to free myself this round.
You're
or
gonna free
attempt to.
yourself. Okay. All you just have to take the action to do it. So you just lose the action, but you free yourself. You just slice out of the webbing.
Is it a move action to activate the Ion Stone?
It is. Yeah. It takes up a move action to
You
toss it
know
in
what?
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my move action to activate the Ion Stone.
Okay.
And I have my double attack this round, so I'm a cast murder on this drow lady. And I hope a 25 hits.
What AC does it hit?
A 25 hits a negative 14
Yeah. Okay. So that hits 15
or
points of
negative
damage.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 points. The other one whiffs.
And the other one whiffs. Okay, yes. So your axe bites deep into the chain, which just kind of separates, and it draws blood. And she looks astonished at first, and then just snarls at you.
Just kind of look up
right.
at her, and she can see my face
So
under the cloak.
here's the unfortunate thing. It's her turn. With one of her actions, she's going to try and snatch the ion stone out of the air.
Okay.
All right. So it's an attack roll. She grabs your ion stone, man.
Oh,
The other attack is to shove her blade into you.
so she broke it, or
No, she just snagged it. She's got it in
Oh,
her hand
okay.
now.
what a bitch?
She knows exactly what that is. So 15. What's your AC?
3?
She
I
misses.
think it's 3.
Yeah, she misses.
It's 3. Cool.
Okay. The Drider above you, Thyber, just going to drop from the ceiling now, try to land on you as one of his attacks, and then what's your AC?
3.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Quit with the 19s.
Okay, take 8 points of damage from the drop, and then misses with his sword. Okay, at the door, 2. Door still holds, but again, you hear the splintering, shattering sound, and the crossbar kind of gives way in the middle, but it's still kind of holding the door closed.
Okay.
All right, that's round. Next round, Tristan.
What about all the orcs?
Oh yeah, the
and,
orcs. Yep. Hold on.
Ronaldo and his attack weasels.
Yeah, actually, no one sees Ronaldo. Like, he rolled under his desk, and no one sees him.
Oh,
He's got an
Trapdoor.
escape hatch.
escape.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Ooh. Okay, one of the orcs managed to hit the Drider on the ceiling. The Drider that dropped off the ceiling, Thyber. The rest of them are not doing so hot. Okay. Yeah, you don't see him, nor do you see his weasels. The weasels weren't even present when the drow came. You're realizing you're not sure where they went. Okay, so next round, Tristan, roll for your side. And is anyone casting this round? Well, you're still in the middle of casting, Odette. So if it was one round, your spell will go off at the top of the round.
So my spell goes off now?
Well, it depends on who goes first, but yeah. Tristan, D6.
A
5. Hey, good for you. A 2. So you guys do go first, meaning Odette, your spell goes off. What does it do?
Let's see. I'm going to roll a 1 d10, and I rolled a 6, which means there's a 70% chance that the storm will be composed of flying insects, and a 30% chance that the insects will be ants. Either way you slice it, it is flying, because whether it's high or low, it's the same. I should have called that first. I would have re-rolled it if it didn't work. So it is now flying, and I have positioned it around the Drider.
Okay. What does it do to him?
Automatically inflicts 2 HP damage per round against their target, and they are incapable of action, including movement.
So he's just like slapping all these insects that are biting
Basically,
him. All right,
that's
nice,
what's happening.
nice. Very nice.
He's completely tied up.
Okay, so your spell goes off. Since your spell goes off and it's a new round, you can move, but you can't perform another action. So do you want
I'm
to...
cool to just I would like to position myself, because I have...
Okay, so position yourself.
I have 30 feet. I have 30-ish feet to move this thing around. So I'd like to position myself in the safest place that I think.
Okay, yeah, that's the question. So I'm going to say you're here at the base of the stairs. It's near the door up towards the top, and then you're hearing the sounds of the breaking wood at the outside door here.
Okay,
Okay,
I would
so-
probably position myself
You can go
my
up
God,
the
I can't
stairs
do
a
it.
little if you want.
up the stairs.
Up to you.
I don't think I want to go up the stairs.
Okay.
I think I want to position myself in the middle of the room, probably to the north, that north little enclave, so that I can maybe once the Drider's done, I can sweep it over to the door if I need to.
Okay.
Because I can reposition it as long as I'm focusing.
Sure.
So, and right now it is going to last for 5 rounds.
5 rounds. Okay.
Yep.
Let me put a die down to just tick it off. So
Perfect.
5. Okay. And all right, Tristan, make me a luck check because there are several keys on this ring.
I. That's my
High or low?
choice.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have rolled 23, so I am unlucky.
Okay. So the first moment you start going through the keys, it's the wrong key. Make another check. High or low.
High again.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. You found it on the second try, but that is your entire action for this round. As you fumble for the key, but you find the right key, you get it in the lock, and so I'm going to say you open up one cell. You tell me, who do you just release? There were
Whoever's
humans, there were
closest, I
elves, there were
guess.
dwarves, and there were a
Oh.
few halflings.
Dwarves.
Okay. You release the cage that's got the dwarves in it. One of them has upended his pail and has put it over his head like a helmet, and he's wielding his like food tray, just seeing
Yep.
if it's heavy enough. He's like, "All right, boyo, point me to him."
Take out the spidery things first.
All right, he's
Just
looking.
point them the way up there.
Okay, yeah. Then he sees the web work of bars. He's like, "Oh boy." Yeah. So he's not sure about crossing this grid.
Oh, the planks aren't going to be on this side, are
No.
they? Oh well.
Yep. That's why I asked.
Yep.
So yeah, they
Give
come
him
up.
the keys and tell him to release everybody.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, that would have been smart. Yeah.
All right, so Thiber, you're up.
What I wanted, if I have to waste my attack in a feint, that's fine. I want to try to move in position to where it forces her to step back towards the water.
Step towards the water. Okay.
Yeah, because maybe an eel will come out and grab her.
Okay, I tell you what. Make me a dex check. We'll call that a maneuvering check. If you make it, I'll have her. Oh no.
I am re-rolling that.
Roll,
Okay.
re-roll.
You
Because
fall in the
I'm
water.
gonna bull rush her if this works.
What is my dex? My dex is a 15.
Okay.
Nice. High
Alright,
success.
So she's gonna roll. Also a high success. So I'm gonna say she doesn't get what you're trying to do. So she gives a little ground, but she doesn't move nearly as much towards that direction as you'd like. But she doesn't clue into what you're trying to do. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next
Now, does
action.
that waste my attack? Is it the feint?
Yes.
Or does that still get... Okay.
Well, I'm going to call that. No, we'll call that just a movement. That's fine. We'll just call that a
Okay.
movement. You can go ahead and have your full attacks.
No, I've only got one. Because I had to reset.
Yeah.
Fuck. Nope.
Okay.
8s and 13s. That's all I'm rolling at.
NPC.
So she's holding my stone in one hand and she's holding the sword in the other. Right?
No, she snagged it last round just to get it off your head. I think she just
Right.
got it in the same hand as her sword. She just like snagged it, or
Okay.
as her whip. Like she just grabbed
Okay.
it. So she still has her whip and her sword.
So, but she's still holding it
Yes.
though, right? So she's kind of like a little discombobulated with all the stuff in her hands. So
Not
I'm
really.
gonna
Not
grapple
really.
her.
She's really
I'm gonna
dexterous.
grapple her.
Okay.
Yeah. How does grappling work?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Grapple's
If
a
it's-
pain in the ass.
I hope it's just strength checks. That's what I'm hoping for right
It's
now.
not.
Oh.
Because a dexterous person can grapple well as well.
I joked in a game very recently that I'm just gonna create a system that's all grapple. That's the only thing you can do.
Someone did
And it
that.
incorporates
actually.
it incorporates
Yeah.
oh really?
Yeah.
It incorporates all the rules of grapple from every system that nobody understands.
I love it.
Such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, somebody
Thank
did
you,
that.
system
Somebody
was
did that.
convoluted.
Everyone always has to look it up every single time. I grapple. Okay, let me get the book. Every
Yep.
time.
You know, I hate it because even in 5th edition, it's actually pretty easy. But for whatever reason,
It's so
when somebody does that, it's like,
game-breaking.
hang on a second, let me double check it.
It's so game breaking.
Yes, exactly. Let me just check.
You don't even need to take feats for it. It's ridiculous if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I've made so many people angry because I did grapple builds before, and I swear that I'll never do a grapple build again in 5th edition. 'Cause I just piss people off.
Well, I know, like in 3.5 and Math Finder, you can make some stupid,
Oh yeah.
stupid
Yes.
Oh
builds
yeah.
for that.
Lion Totem Barbarian in 3.5. You grapple everything forever.
Okay,
You get like a
apparently,
plus 20.
apparently they revised it in Unearthed Arcana. So let's use that version of it.
In my home game, I had
So I'm sure it'll be
Moon
better.
Druid. The Moon Druid kept changing into the I can't remember the damn name. It starts with an A. It's a two-headed snake, and that's all he would do is grapple everything. And it's like, God damn it!
Beautiful art. Pure art. I'm just hoping I can overpower her and then just have you cleave her twice next turn.
Shove her into the water.
I might get thrown to the water. You see how I've been rolling tonight? I'm so
The
sorry.
next
I'm
time
making you
you're
look up the
going to use
rules.
grapple in combat,
What?
you need to say at the beginning of the session, so that
Just
Bert
get
has
it on
time to
hand.
look through the
Okay,
books and
I
work it
just
all out.
thought about
First, are you grappling or are you trying to restrain her?
what's the difference.
Well, grappling is you're intending to do damage. The other one is you're trying to keep them from moving or acting.
Oh, restrain. I'm
Okay.
trying to restrain her then, for
All
sure. I want to get her in a full Nelson.
All right, sorry. Still looking.
You're good. I apologize again for doing this to you.
Nah, that's all right. It's going to come up sooner or later. Might as well get it out of the way now.
Make a sheet in the note section.
Yeah. So this actually comes under a new skill that's added in Unearthed Arcana, which you don't have the skill, but we can still use the rules.
Okay. Roll the suplex. Yes, Guava Jagular. Actually, yes.
This is why you're here. People watching the stream, you're here to witness hot book reading action.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Look at
Don't
those
worry.
indexes.
It's
Woo.
gonna become
Oh,
a,
no, dude. This is first edition. No indexes.
It's
Oh,
gonna be a KY Jelly wrestling match by the end of the session if I have my way with it.
It might be.
Like cast grease.
This would probably help if my Unearthed Arcana wasn't falling apart, like most of them are. Okay. Almost there.
And then I have another question that I'll ask to follow up this if I succeed. But that'll probably be my next turn.
is it grappling a second time to make
No,
somebody look up in a second book?
I want to break her arms.
Well, then you're not restraining. You're grappling.
Well, okay, well, first I'm just gonna restrain her. I want to try and get her restrained so he can cleave her. And maybe that'll kill her, because he gets two
I'll wind up
attacks next
killing you.
round. Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with it if this happens. I mean, if you can do 57 HP by next turn, do it. I'll be proud.
Oh, wow. This is really convoluted. Okay.
Oh,
Holy crap.
I am
Oh.
surprised at
You know
this
what?
revelation of
You
it
know
being
what?
complicated.
I almost want to just attack her instead.
No.
Okay,
We're
go ahead.
we're into this now, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you wait till he finalizes everything and say, you know what? I'm just attacking.
I'm just gonna run.
What are the rules for grappling?
Oh,
Tune
okay,
in next
so
week to find out.
The first thing we do is you roll a percentile dice.
That's
So
what
we'll start
that's what
with that.
Grownwolf shows up. Grownwolf
All
shows
right,
up to say,
let's
"I'm here to
go
explain
high."
grappling."
That's high.
All
I
right.
got my percent.
So what did you roll?
I rolled high and I got an 89.
Okay, hold on. 89.
Oh dear.
Okay, how much do you have for a dexterity bonus?
My dex bonus is a 0.
Okay, so no bonus for you there. How many points over 15 is your strength?
1.
So add a +1, so that'll get you to 90.
Okay. What?
Oh, you know what? It's not possible for you to grapple her.
Then I'm just gonna murder her
Yeah.
with my axe.
No,
I
it's
am so
it's
sorry.
because of her armor class and her dex. You have to get over 100, and you've only got
What?
you can maximum you can get is 101.
What?
Yeah, you can't. She's too quick and
All right,
agile.
all right.
So
I'll
no,
eat it
you
this
try it.
round.
You try it.
I'll eat it this round. That's
Yeah.
fine. Oh, damn.
Yeah, she just kind of sidesteps you as you rush past her. Yeah, you literally need 105 to be able to grapple her.
What the fuck? Okay.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. That's pretty broken, but yep. So is everyone else done now for this round?
I don't even know which round this is.
Yeah, I'm not
same
sure.
one.
I
No,
I
Dion
believe
was the
so.
last one for this round, and
Yeah,
now
I
it's-
was last.
Yeah, now
Then
it's
yeah.
their
Alright.
turn. So one attack on Fiber, one attack on
orcs
NPC.
and stuff.
Actually, orcs.
no Drider attack because Drider is sad.
Yeah.
Sad boy Drider.
Drider
I'm gonna
has ants.
I'm gonna ride him.
You should have
gonna
had a
hop on his
bunch of
back.
spiders attacking him. Like,
Ooh.
haha, take that.
Ooh,
Flying
220s.
spiders.
Oh, hey. The orcs take down the Drider that is not swarmed with flies.
Nice.
However, the door does break this round, and several more Driders come in. But you can also now clearly hear that there's combat going on in the hallway. And now the
Yay,
Drow
bugs.
Priest. She is going to... She's pissed at NPC, so she's going to slash at NPC with her sword.
Oh, no.
And she's going to... she's going to reach out with her whip on Fiber. So this is NPC, miss. Fiber, what's your AC?
3.
No, she misses you too, which continues to piss her off. You do notice, though, that the wound that was like high on her shoulder that Dion carved with his axe is healing. So that's everybody. The one that's surrounded by flies can't do anything. He takes 2 more hit points of damage. This will be the second round that he's taken damage, so 3 more rounds to go. Right, Odette?
Yes.
Wait, no,
if this is the top.
No, actually,
'cause
no.
That was
This
the
is
first
this
round.
is the first round. So this is the first round. He
Yeah.
takes 2 hit points of damage, can't move, can't do anything, and that's that. Okay, so next round, are you casting, Odette? Do you have to keep concentration on the insects or no?
No, the only time I have to concentrate is if I want to move them.
Okay, sounds good. Fiber, why don't you roll for your side?
My besties.
So no casting this round, Odette, or are you casting?
I am likely casting this round. I didn't see any sort of result, but I'm going to be casting this
You are
round.
casting, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are probably going first then. Fiber, did you roll a d6, a 2? Yeah,
Yep,
so
the
you guys
2
are
was
going
mine.
first. So Odette, what are you casting?
Um,
That door is wide open now. Several more Driders have stepped in, but you also hear combat in the hallway. You also hear chittering, so Ronaldo's
the
animals
floor-
are probably in the fray out there.
what is this room like? Like, what does the floor look like? What does the ceiling look like?
Stone. It's pure stone. You're up,
pure
so
stone.
you're looking up this really long staircase going up. The ceiling here is about 30 feet up.
Okay.
At least in the peak, it's a dome.
Okay. And as far as like where the oh, never mind. It's only enemies. Fairy fire in this is fairy fire like it calls out, it only lights up
Yeah.
enemies. Okay, so there's no friendly fairy fire. Perfect. I cast fairy fire and
Lighting
I try
up.
to
Lighting up who?
it is an 80-foot. I have an 80-foot range. It's where is it? I'm gonna light up what's her face?
Oh,
Lady
okay.
McLaderson.
All right. How many segments does it take?
3 segments.
Okay, so it won't go off yet, and they
Okay.
will get their turn before it goes off. So we'll
Okay.
see what happens with that.
Okay.
Okay, next, let's do Tristan. Tristan, so you're unlocking cells.
Yeah, I will continue to unlock.
Yeah, roll a
cells
d4.
this turn. D4. All right.
Okay,
4.
you get 4 cells open this round. Again, some of them are frightened. They're running. You tell them, fight for your lives. They run over and they're looking at this grid system.
What I was going to do is I was just going to open one, and then I was going to say you open the rest.
There you
to
go.
the
Okay,
Person, and then run off and
you want to
make
get
my
the
way
wood.
across the thing.
Okay, make me a dex check.
Fall to my death again, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Those
Nope.
snakes are hungry.
Oh,
Okay, so this round we'll say you get to the other side, you open up one more chamber, you give them the keys. So next round you can drop the plank. The door
yes.
down by the stairs, since you can look down the hallway, is still closed. You didn't lock it, so no one's come through yet. Thiber,
Thumbs up.
you have more new opponents that are coming through that door, but you're still here with the drow priestess as well.
Yeah, I'm wanting to try to do the same thing. I want to attack her, but I'm wanting to try to position her, pushing her back
Sure.
towards the water.
Okay, make me
Make her
another
give
dex
ground.
check.
Yep, it's 8 of 15.
Okay. She got a low success. You got a medium success. So yes, so she goes several feet closer. Still still not knowing what you're doing, but she does take several feet towards it. Go ahead and make your attacks,
17.
which hits an AC of
That
what?
will hit -2.
Oh, that's it. That's the cling number. 11
I need
points of
17.
damage. Is this your round for 2?
Yes, that's
Okay.
first attack. And where's my button? Miss.
Okay. Yep, but she does take a big step towards the the eel-infested waters. Dion.
All right, I'm going after her with my axe this time.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Crit. Nice.
All right. 11 points of damage. Okay. Again, she just kind of snarls and says something to you in a language you don't understand, but pretty sure is just really, really debasing your mother somehow.
And I snarl an undercommon back at her. Something about her mother.
Sure.
I
Okay.
squashed her mother with a fly swatter.
So Odette's spell won't go off yet. They will get their turn before that happens. Thiber, when everyone else went. Okay, so they're orcs. One.
There's an 18 in there too.
Okay, they didn't go after the priestess. There's too many people in melee there. So they're going after the new driders that came in. They did some damage to some of those. Now their turn. Okay. Oh boy.
Did Boy Drider take 2 damage?
Yeah, he is still up
Cool.
though. They have a
Here,
fair number of hit
I know
points.
it's only
One
like
orc
4.
goes down.
That D100 didn't work.
Supposed to be a D10. One orc goes down, and one orc takes some damage. And okay, so she's really pissed. She can't cast because she's in the middle of combat, which really sucks. She's got a lot of spells. All right, so this is we're gonna change it up. We're gonna do the whip on NPC. Sorry.
That's a hit.
Whoa! I get it. She's mad, but holy cow.
Misses. And then the sword on Thiber. What's your AC? No,
3.
that's going to miss. Yep. All right. Yes, he's rightfully pissed. She's backing towards the eel-infested waters. Drider on the ceiling continues to take some damage. And again, you can hear all kinds of screaming and such out in the hallway. You're not sure what's going on out there. New round. Odette, are you casting? Oh, wait. Odette's spell goes off now. She's wreathed in fairy fire, which does what other than make her glow? You're
muted. Bop it.
Bonus of +2, all
To hit?
attacks against her. Yep.
Nice.
And that will last for 20 rounds.
She's nice and highlighted.
Forever.
Are you casting this new round?
You know what? I'm not going to cast.
Okay. Roll a d6 for your side then.
God help me. Oh, finally.
You give them a 5. No, and you guys get a 4. So yeah, you guys go first. Tristan, you get your boards down, allowing the new recruits to stream over the boards and go down the hallway. Is there anything else you want to do? I'll call that a movement action to just lay the boards down.
I'm just making my way back to the fight now, I guess. I don't think there's anything
Okay.
particularly special.
All right, you open the door and there's a ceiling full of buzzing insects and a drider furiously slapping.
But the insects somehow know that he is friend and not foe.
He's all right.
Look at the insects, and I think, oh no, that's a debt again with our animals, isn't it?
So
How many
Odette,
times did she cast animal friendship?
so Odette, what are you doing this round then? You weren't casting.
I'm getting my spear out and I'm going to stab the heck out of that drider.
Okay, the one on the ceiling, right? All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Is he still on the ceiling?
Yeah, he can't move, so his armor class is effectively
You
much
not
lower.
drop off. I love that he's just paralyzed on
Yeah.
the ceiling. It's incredible. All right, we'll just do this. Doop. No modifiers.
Oh, that hits. 3 points of
Whee!
damage. Okay. He has a lot of hit points though, but yeah, you stab him. He's like, ah! You see his face is swelling from all the insect bites.
2 extra damage too. Well, I mean my insect damage.
All right.
Yep. So NPC, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna hit her twice this round.
All right. I tell you what, hold that thought for a second because I think Thyber is going to try and edge her closer.
I want to kill her before the stone goes in the water.
Okay. Well, then you go ahead.
I don't know why that rolled a 0. What? How does that work?
No idea.
Oh, my roll was botched. Hold on, let me redo that.
Yep.
It's because
You
I
have a
put
plus
plus
two
2
also.
instead of 2.
Plus
I put
two.
+2, and that screwed with it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Reload.
Okay,
Reload.
so to hit modifier 2.
See, what does
There.
that hit for AC?
You need a 17.
Yeah, miss. Yep.
Oh, both miss.
Yep, both miss. So slash. She's deftly avoiding you. Thyber.
Same thing.
All right. Go ahead and do the dex check. Medium success. Oh, fail. Okay, so she's within striking distance of those eels, and her heels come up on the edge. I'm going to actually give you a slight advantage because she feels like she's about to teeter over into the water. So when you make your attack, get a +1 on top of Odette's +2.
Too bad this is my one attack round. So, +3.
That hits. That's a lot of
critical
damage.
hit.
Crit. You
Wow.
max damage on
Yeah.
all 3 of those
Yeah,
rolls.
straight down the board.
Okay,
max.
now here's the
shit.
fun part. Roll a d100, high or low.
Always low.
You are the yin to my yang, the low to my high.
So as you make this blow, this just shatters her collarbone. I mean, so her left hand goes limp, and she takes another step back. This eel just launches through the air, grabs her neck, and pulls her under.
As the stone tumbles in the air and I reach out and grab it.
I was gonna say her left hand opened.
You made your luck roll. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah, the
Yes.
whip and the stone drop as you shatter that
Oh.
collarbone, and
Oh,
but the
man.
rest of her goes into the water, and there's a feeding frenzy. You can see, the water just starts to bubble and froth as all these eels just come out and start chowing down.
I just roar in triumph.
Okay.
Turn to face the Drider.
Victory screech.
So their turn. Okay, so actually, here's what I'm going to do here. Give me a second. Yeah, the ones in the room are all turning to attack PCs instead of orcs. So, NPC, you've got one on you.
8.
Comes in with a sword, hits.
Ooh. Ooh.
Take 1 point of damage, make a save versus poison.
Alright. Save versus poison. Pop goes my
You're fine.
poison save.
You're
Crit.
fine. Thiber, one hit, misses you. Strikes at you, but misses. Odette, one scurries towards you. Ooh. Hits for 7 points of damage and make a save versus poison.
Pass.
You're good.
7
and
damage, you said?
7 damage, yep.
Cool.
You pass with a 10? Really? Wow. Yeah, I guess so. You're a druid.
Cleric.
Yeah.
Or cleric druid table.
The other one is going to be random. It's going to attack another person that's already been attacked. So we'll do 1d3 and 2. This is Thiber. Nope, doesn't hit you. So the sounds of battle are starting to slow down out there, and it doesn't look like any more driders are filling into the room. There are 5 driders in the room now, not including the one that's being bitten to death on the ceiling. Tristan, roll a d6 for your side. Are you casting this round, Odette?
I'm
Nope.
stabbing this round.
Okay, so Tristan?
A 3 for our side.
No, 3 for their side, a 1 for your side. So you guys go
No.
first. Yeah, in this game, what you roll is what you give your opponent, and then what they roll is what they give to you. This is not BX. The first edition does it differently. So the 1 that I rolled goes to you, meaning you guys go first, and the 3 goes to them, so they'll go next.
Okay, I had not realized that at all. Does anybody else? Well, all right, doesn't matter.
So you guys go first. Tristan, you are leading. Well, you don't have to be leading, but your ragtag group of slaves come rushing in. They're going to take up against this drider. So I guess there's orcs in here too. Unless you're giving them any specific instructions, they're
Well,
going
I
to
said
attack.
take out the spiders first originally, but
Okay.
whether that got picked up by anybody else, who knows?
All right.
That'd just be mass destruction.
Maybe a charisma check. Let's just see how commanding you sounded when you said that.
Go, my minions, do my bidding. That's a
yeah.
success, a low
Yeah.
success, but yeah.
Okay. They rush in to do some combat. Told them to so you told them to go after the spiders first, so that's what they'll do. Unfortunately, they're not going to do a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so they enter the melee. Some of them seem to be doing okay with buckets and pieces of board that was used for their food, so they're just basically going and slamming these things on them. Not doing a lot of damage, but certainly mucking things up. So there are 20 new slaves that just kind of rushed in, and it's just a big melee going on in here now. Tristan, did you rush in with them, or are you still at the top of the stairs?
I'm trying to deal. I will also be trying to deal with the drider on the roof.
Sure.
who's just
Make me an
above me.
attack. Yeah.
I have no idea whether I get sneak attack for this because
I'm going to say yes because he can't
Distracted
move
and
and he's
all kinds of
distracted.
stuff.
Sure. Go
which
for it.
is +2. Well, oops. That
Plus
wasn't
4 to hit
entirely
times at your level, maybe 3 now.
wrong. Yeah, it's still 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled a 4, so I missed whatever. I just pressed the wrong button. Never mind.
Actually, hold on.
That's not your attack, is it? You don't have any bonuses in there.
No, I know, but I pushed the wrong button, so
Well,
even
even
with the
so,
bonuses,
hold
that
on.
wouldn't be.
How many? What do you have as a bonus? What's your strength bonus?
no,
if any?
no
None.
bonuses for
How about
strength,
your
no.
level bonus?
Way off. As far as I know, I don't have any for that either.
No, you do as a thief. Here, I'll look it up real quick.
So I know the backstab's +4.
No, you're going to hit because they're counted as. I mean, basically, you're going to be able to go through the armor, and he gets no dex bonus. So that's at least a 10 with a +4 in your level. In your levels, that's at least a 10.
I will
So
have to double check.
Yeah.
Because all right.
you're 5th
All right,
level
well,
now, right?
6th.
Oh no, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Go ahead, do some
All
damage.
I will just roll the short sword.
One.
Minimum
1 point.
damage tripled.
Okay.
Woo!
Well, you're slowly, you just adding more indignities upon this poor Drider who's being beaten to death by spiders, stabbed by Odette, and now this. And since we're there, Odette, do you want to attack him again as well?
Of course I do.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
I'm
A
happy.
million times over, she says, scrolling down to find her weapon. 14.
Okay, you hit and 4 points of damage. All right, so he's going to end up dying this
Wait, was
round.
is he large?
No, he's but
died
3
this
points.
round.
But he's going to
Okay,
end up
3
dying
points,
this
yeah.
round from the bug bites. Not from that, but that certainly contributed to it. So he'll die of bug bites on their turn.
And I think that ends the bugs. I think that was the last round for the bugs.
I've got one more round.
Really?
actually, yeah.
I just tell them to live their truth and go do what they want to do for the one more round.
They attack Tristan.
God.
No!
Okay, another orc dies. All right. So at this point, it's kind of up to you. You can continue the battle. It looks like there's only the 5 Driders in the room right now, but then there's like 25 other combatants that could easily finish them off if you want to step back, but that's up to you.
I mean, we don't have time for a conversation in the middle of combat, but it's like
Yeah, so just
try
tell
to
me
find
individually.
Fiverr
what-
and say, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
freed the slaves. Are we killing all the slavers now, or
Yeah. So, yeah, Tristan, comes up to you, Thyber. There's a lull in the combat. Do you want to say something or do anything?
There's no Driders yet.
No, there are 5 Driders in this room, but there are also 25 slaves and orcs that are fighting them.
Yeah, I'm like, kill the Driders. We'll deal with this. We'll play it by ear.
Okay. Odette, are you doing anything different?
Still got my spear out, so I'm done casting for now.
All right. Well, I tell you what, Dion, unless you want to go crazy, we're at time. So let's just say that with the new slaves coming in, they're well fed and strong. They weren't kept weak. Some of them are now grabbing weapons from the orcs that did fall. So they enter the fray and they're able to cut down the Driders. Now, here's the big thing. They're free. They look around. They see the slavers are very much now not, they overwhelm the slavers now. As far as they know, other than Tristan, all of you guys are slavers. And Thyber, all of you kind of see this sudden, like there's this lull, and you can kind of see the crowd trying to decide what they're going to do, which might include murder you all.
I say, I'm a slave and I have a snake.
Okay, so I'll give you
Are there
guys one
any
action. Is there anything you want to do before they make their decision?
Yeah, are there any slavers still around?
Yes?
Which ones? Any big name ones?
No,
or-
you don't see Ronaldo, but there's still some orcs in here. And then as far as they know, you're a slaver too.
I'm going to cut down the nearest orc slaver.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just gonna send that message real
Okay.
loud and clear. Just slash him down.
As he's in the middle of doing that, I'm yelling for everybody to stand
I'm
down.
re-rolling. I'm doing a re-roll.
I'm not. You don't worry about it. I'm just going to let you do it. So
okay,
you're sending a
cool.
message. Fiber, you're going to try and command people.
I'm
to
yelling.
stand down?
I'm telling everybody to stand down, and I'll petition for your freedom. If not, you'll die.
All right. You tapping into the helmet for this?
No,
No. Okay.
I'm using what combat prowess they've seen so far, and the fact that I'm not attacking them.
All right. Make me a charisma check.
Make me make a charisma check anyway. God damn it.
Yep,
well,
that's
they weren't in the
exactly what I'm
room
gonna
to
do.
see you do the amazing killing blow.
Yes.
Okay.
On the nose. I got a 7 now, so that's a crit
Nice.
Is
success.
anyone saying anything else or doing anything else that might persuade their next action?
Kristen, do you want to vouch for us?
Could I use a charisma roll? Or could I like? Could
You
I try and
tell-
talk to them and convince them?
You've got like seconds, so what do you say?
I say we're friends.
All right, give me a charisma check. Go
Okay.
ahead. All right.
Like we're friends. I'm looking for. Yep, that passes. My charisma's an 18.
Okay. Tristan, are you saying anything?
I don't know what to say at this point. So I just look at them and go, shrug.
All right. So for every action that you took to help, unfortunately, Dion's action is not necessarily helping.
I
Okay.
didn't know.
They stand down. So the fight's over. They're keeping their weapons. So, the slaughter's stopped. Thyber, you're the last one. Thyber and Odette. Well, Odette just said that we're friends. Thyber, you were giving a command. One of the dwarves who's picked up a sword from one of the fallen Driders points it at you and says, "We'll not be slaves after this day, laddie."
I understand that, but we have a complicated situation. And I'm going to yell loudly, where's, what was the guy's name?
Okay.
Ronaldo.
When you say we have a
Ronaldo.
complicated situation, as soon as you finish saying that, Ronaldo, with his weasels, stepped through the doorway, and he just kind of brushes some blood off of his sleeves, and you see he's got a dagger in one hand, and he's putting away a dagger up his sleeve in the other. It's like, oh, complicated? How so? And we'll cut it there for the night. All right. Okay, guys. Hopefully that was fun. Let's go ahead and let's do our sign-offs here. Richard, what do you got for us, Richard? Who are you, and what do you do on the Internet of Things?
I am somewhere on the Internet of Things, but first of all, an important piece of information. Did you know that everybody who was ever born was born on their birthday? Yeah, conspiracy.
Drop that wisdom.
I'm Richard, and you can watch me and learn other interesting facts like that over on LMTD or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels.
Offer, no
I play-
vowels.
Exactly, no vowels, no offers. Where I play video games. Huzzah!
Jen.
Hi, my name is Jen. My name is on Twitch. I'm Gentendo. You can find me playing such games as Animal Crossing and Resident Evil Village, and sometimes pouring dice on stream too. I have a bag of them, and I don't know what to do with it anymore. I make glowy rocks, and that's who I am.
You give them to friends and strange acquaintances.
I do not sell them. I do
But
not
you
sell
do
them.
not sell them.
I cast them from Goodman Dice, and they are Goodman Games Dice, and they are DCC dice as well. But I do not sell them. I give them away. I
And
do
she
not sell
is
them.
not making crack when she's doing her chemistry projects
making
on
crack
stream.
at all.
It is not
Nope.
crack.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little. Oak!
Hey, I also have some information that I want to share. It's important. Everybody that has ever consumed dihydrogen monoxide has died.
This is true. This is true.
And you can catch me playing here on Tuesdays and some 5e on Friday nights at midnight, and my Grimdark Homebrew on Saturday nights at midnight on Twitch and YouTube. URAENCE.
When you say midnight, what are you? East
Midnight
Coast?
Central, excuse me.
Central. Okay. Good to know. And Dion, we'll leave beauty for last.
I, in fact, do make crack in my science lab. That's a lie.
But he
you
doesn't sell it.
Right. But
Only
you can
smokes
find out
it.
what substances I do mess around with on my channel at Substances Used, where I play retro JRPG titles while partaking of medicinal qualities of things. Also, you can find me doing tabletop with the beautiful Bert, and a lot of them with Jen and Friendon and Richard and Oak and everybody. Yeah.
Now, if you found this channel, you know where we are. Twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. This Friday is going to be, I think, Talisman Adventures, if Jeff is not back. And if he is back, maybe we can convince him to play anyway. And this Sunday is Shadowrun using the Powered by the Apocalypse system. Also, check out the podcast, bluemagic.com, BLUMAGIK. There are 11 plus years of fine audio mess on there. Anyway, say goodbye, guys. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight.
Not
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
everybody.
Good night,
Thanks
everybody.
everybody for hanging out tonight.